It's a pleasure today to talk to two of my longtime friends and colleagues at the Columbus College of Art and Design. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about the project that we did together to achieve an amazing vision for the capital campaign for the campus. And we're going to get into that a little bit. But before we do, allow me to just get started with some introductions and pass the mic over to our distinguished guest today. So Dr. Corn, would you mind just introducing yourself and anything you'd like to say about your work at CCAD?
Sure. Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here today to join you. So I'm Melanie Corn, and I'm the president at CCAD. I've been here a little over 9 years, and I've spent about 25 years or so in art and design higher education.
Chris Mundell. I'm the vice president for institutional engagement at CCAD. I've been here at CCAD for 17 years in a variety of roles, but really worked in higher education my whole career.
CCAD decided to launch the campaign during the height of the pandemic, and a lot of it happened during that heady time then in 2020. And of course, it's a heady time today in 2025 as well. So maybe there's some parallels, but that was a time that was marked as well by profound uncertainty economically, socially, politically. And so at that point in time, what drove the decision to pursue this campaign, and what was the outcome that you hoped to achieve at that point when you were going through your thought process?
At that time, I think we decided to keep moving forward because we did not want to waste the work and momentum that we had already built up. I think we felt that we needed the funding more than ever because of the uncertain times. And I think that we also felt that perhaps there was a bit of a window, knowing that many other organizations and institutions would be pausing. We felt like, we're ready. Let's maybe find our way into a bit of a gap that wouldn't be there otherwise. So I think those were the main reasons I feel like we decided to move ahead. I don't know, Chris, What would you add to that?
I would say all of those things, and also that I vividly remember a meeting in early 2020 with some trustees where we had that conversation about whether we should do this. And I remember deciding to move forward for those very reasons, thinking this actually may be an opportunity. And what I think we learned, and that we didn't know at that time that was amazing, is that people really needed art and connection in those upcoming months. And I think CCAD starting its campaign, in some ways, we were able to talk about arts, we were able to talk about community connection at a time when everybody was craving that. And I think that really helped us at the start.
Illuminating, and appreciate going deep into that question. And of course, wanted to ask, a campaign like this often requires multiple partners to get something like this done. I mean, obviously, there's architects involved. There's, all your volunteers with the board, and of course, the whole staff is engaged, and of course, engaging fundraising council as well to help. And what led to your decision to choose Benefactor Group?
Number one was we absolutely were going to be working with some outside counsel, and we did, consider and interview a number of different firms. And ultimately, I think what led to our decision to hire Benefactor Group was really a couple things. One was just the depth and breadth of experience that Benefactor Group brings to the table. I think that that you all provided a really fantastic mix of data-driven, decision-making and ability to help us. But you also, I think, had a clear grasp of the subjective part of it and the humanity. And so I think that mix was really important. I think the fact that you were local was also really important for us. And then, the last thing I would say, I think, is just the individuals who were part of the team. I think, JD, you've been really incredible throughout this whole thing. Laura, is fantastic. And, Courtney and others that we've worked with, but I think particularly, JD and Laura, the two of you as the sort of leads on this project, knowing that we were going to have, really sort of the leadership of Benefactor Group be actually, attending to us, I think was not something that we got with every potential partner.
Experience in arts and cultural organizations really made a difference for me. I think CCAD kind of sits in this place between higher education and being seen in the community as a real sort of foundation to the arts community. And I think Benefactor really helped us understand how to really reach the community on both sides of that, both the education angle, but also what we do for the city from a cultural standpoint.
A metaphor that we at Benefactor Group have been using this whole time in the last 5 years of working together is that, campaigns can be a real marathon. And, and like almost every marathon runner, there are times when you're feeling good in the journey and times when you get really fatigued and the miles start to wear on you over time, metaphorically. Especially maybe during some of those tough times, perhaps any stories or recollection about how, your partners such as Benefactor Group help, rally with you to overcome some of those, challenging moments within a campaign.
One thing I'll start with is actually before we got to that stage of the marathon, I think Benefactor Group really helped us with setting the goal. I can remember at the beginning conversations about where CCAD should be in terms of our fundraising. And it had been over 10 years, I think, since the college had gone out in a campaign to the community. So I think setting that goal and being fairly ambitious, I think, at 20 million and then being really encouraged that we could do it. I really remember that. I think another moment for me was just there's a point where I at least was getting pretty fatigued with all of the outreach. We did a lot of, both individual and group early engagement. And I think I can recall JD being really motivational in terms of, yes, you should do this. Go reconnect, even when it felt like, wow, we got a busy plate.
One specific example that came to mind was I remember sometime probably 2 or 3 years ago, Laura specifically asking me to, sort of have a separate conversation and really wanted to check in with me about, how I felt things were going. How did I feel like the team was doing? I think it really meant a lot that that you were as an organization, that Laura was attentive to just the challenges of leadership through a campaign and, cared about those things and wanted to be of service, in any way that she could be. And that really, sticks with me as well. Just, that just one small moment that I think is exemplary of, again, the kind of attentiveness that Benefactor Group had throughout the campaign.
That's incredible. Thank you so much for your insights and reflections. And it just makes me beam that although it has been a long, hard journey, that there is success, raised more than the goal, and with some work yet to do still. But and of course, getting the Center for Creative Collaboration built is going to has some challenges along the way, but you've taken a bold leap forward towards the future of the institution, and it's an honor and pleasure to be a part of it. And so thank you so much for your time today to talk about the campaign and what's happening at the college, and good luck to all of us as we continue to help you forge ahead into this future that we're all going into.